Barbie, and I'm here on Scorn to tell my story. I want to start off by saying I am not proud of this story. I grew up in church, Church of God in Christ at that, so Holy Ghost filled. So that's why I'm not proud of this story. But I went to a basketball game that my job was sponsoring one day, and I saw this young man playing that, he caught my eye. So they gave us a little program. So when I went home, I looked his name up on Facebook. So I inboxed him and said hi or something like that. But after I inboxed him, I went to check his profile. I should have checked his profile first, but I didn't. I just inboxed him first. And when I went to check his profile, it said he was married. And there was a picture up there with him, his wife, and his son. So when I went back before he responded, I said, oh, that's okay. I see that you're married. So like a couple hours later, he inboxed me back and said, yes, I am married. He didn't lie. Of course he couldn't lie because it's on Facebook, social media. He said, I am married, but I can have friends. I said, I ain't know about that or whatever. But he kept on pursuing me or whatever. So we started talking on Facebook first. I really was getting out of a relationship. This was actually like a rebound type of thing. That's the first mistake. It was like a rebound type of thing where I was trying to get over somebody else. So we started talking on we talked on Facebook for a minute first. And then the more we talked, like I really didn't even like him like that anymore. Like I was turned off after I saw that he was married, but he kept on, saying stuff to me in my inbox or whatever. So the more we talked, the more we had interest, the more I started liking him, the more serious it got. So it moved on to the phone conversations. Again, I did know he was married. I asked him about that. He said that he is married, but he was trying to get a divorce. He was trying to get out the relationship. They all say that, but that's what he told me. I was gullible, like I said, getting out of a relationship, so I believed it. Everything was sounding good that he was telling me. So one day, I bought him an outfit to wear for his birthday. I goes on Facebook, because he told me it was his birthday. He was happy, excited. I took it up to the job to him. So he was like, I'm going out with my best friend tonight. They taking me out for my birthday. I said, okay, cool. So I goes on over my best friend's house, and I goes on Facebook later, and I see that he has on my outfit, but he's out with his wife. Oh, no. So all I saw was red. I'm telling my best friend, I'm going off. I'm going crazy. I'm like, I'm about to make a fake page and inbox his wife then. Because because why are you playing with me? Like, you have on an outfit that I bought you and you're out with your wife. Like, that's okay. That's not cool with me. So, at first I didn't want to inbox her. It took me a long time because I did want to leave her out of it because she didn't have anything to do with it. But to me, since he wasn't answering the phone and everything, that's the best way for me to get to him, how I feel, is to inbox his wife because it's going to get his attention. Nothing happened that night. The next day, baby, everything blew up. His wife inboxed me back. We're going back and forth. Your husband is a liar. He told me that he wanted to divorce you. She said you're lying, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I ended up blocking her because all I wanted to tell her was that he was a liar or whatever. So I can't remember what happened when I did talk to him. I think he was still trying to explain, like, I am getting a divorce. I didn't tell her yet because I wasn't ready. I'm basically trying to stay there for my son. I married her to do the right thing for my son because I didn't have a male role model in my life growing up, is what he told me. So he felt like the right thing to do, even though he didn't want to be there, was stay and keep a family for his son, to show his son a good example, which, a lot of people do think like that, but that never works. So basically, I guess that's why he was talking to me. He wasn't happy at home, basically, is the impression I got. So, he used to keep telling me. We still kept talking, I'm not going to lie. Because I was in now. We're in too deep now. It's serious. So, he kept telling me that he was going to get a divorce. I remember one time he even went so far as to say, I got something for you. It's going to make you happy. So, I'm thinking like, what, he got me a promise ring or something? So, when he comes over my house, he gives me a business card that has a divorce lawyer's information on it. Like, do I look dumb? Like, this is not divorce papers. This is something you could have picked up at the gas station. Okay, boom. I still talk to him or whatever. Every time we talk, I always ask him about when he getting divorced. Though he kept getting mad. Like, let me do it on my time. I know what I'm doing. This and that. Blah blah blah. Okay, he still kept on. We still kept talking or whatever. So let me get to the part where I started getting frustrated because I don't see you getting divorced. Like, I don't see none of this happening. You still living there, even though he did actually, he used to spend the night out. Like, this wasn't a normal, like, most of the time when you talk to people who are married, a lot of times you can't go in public with them. You can't do anything with them. I used to go to his basketball games all the time. We used to go out to eat. The only thing that he didn't do, like sometimes when he was at home, was not answer the phone, but he would always text me and tell me that he had ears around him or whatever. But other than that, we did stuff like a normal couple would do. Besides that, like I said, when he came over one day, and I'm like, it was like one of the first times he came over my house, and I remember it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, you still over here? Is you sure you married? He like, why you ask me? I said, because if you was my husband, you would not be outside at 4 o'clock in the morning. He like, man, I'm good. So that's what I'm saying. So that's why I believed him, because to me, the signs were there. He was doing stuff like I said, we wasn't hiding or anything to me. Of course, we didn't really post like pictures. Well, no, let me back up, because I did post pictures on social media. He used to get mad though. At first he didn't get mad, but he used to start getting mad. But we used to go out, like I said, do everything in public together like a normal couple would do. So again, I didn't see this divorce happening fast enough for me. Like I said, I already feel bad for doing this because I grew up in the church and I knew it was wrong from the beginning. So I started doing investigations, being a private investigator. I used to ride past his house when he didn't answer the phone. So when I used to ride past the house, I saw a couple times like 2 cars out there. I know one of them was his mom's car, but it was a truck out there that I did not know who the truck was. I didn't do nothing that day. Another night I rolled past there. I see this truck again. Now, I gotta fast forward because this is not even a wife anymore. This is somebody new now. So, I found out that he was talking to somebody else on Facebook. Like, he keep meeting people on Facebook. Like, you keep meeting people on Facebook. Me and my friends were private investigators. We find this information out. We keep on going to dig. I find out he's talking to somebody else. It's not the wife anymore. You still don't have a divorce though. I find out he goes out of town with another girl. Now, I remind you, we worked together and everything. I used to pick him up for work. He didn't have a car. Pick him up for work. Everything. So, I see that his wife is the one who told me about this other girl. And she said, nah. Now it's you. So, that's how I found out about the other girl. Because the wife went on his page, screenshotted the picture of him and the other girl going out of town, actually posted it on my page, and I had to hurry up and delete it. But that's how I found out about the other girl. So that's when let me back up. That's when I started riding past the house or whatever to do my own investigation. So, like I said, I saw the truck there. I looked on the girl page, of course, found out a little bit of information about her. She don't got nothing to do with it, but I'm just trying to see, is this the same person who's over there? So, this is one thing that I do. I look at people's license plate to see when their birthday is. I look on the girl page and see when her birthday is. So, one of the times I ride past the house, I get out my car, tell my friends to stay on the phone with me in case something happened to me, run up to the truck that's in the driveway and look at the license plate and see the birthday. It said March. It was the girl over there. Okay, so now I get back in my car, tell my friend. I'm like, I'm not going home because now I'm pissed. So I go knock on the door. Of course, nobody answers. So I goes around the corner to the liquor store and I go buy a red pop and a bag of chips. So the door on the house is white. So I goes and pour the red pop all over the door, crumble the chips up on the front door. Excuse me, nobody still came. I circle the block again. This time I go get a glass bottle of beer. I throw it at the door. Nobody come outside. I spin the block again. I go park my car closer to the drive. I'm parking on the grass this time though, so I can hurry up and run back to my car fast. So I park on the grass and I go knock on the door again. Nobody comes, so they have the big dumpster outside. I knock the dumpster over, all the garbage fall out. I go around the corner. When I come back, I see him outside picking up the garbage can. So, you know, I started talking my junk to him or whatever. He acting like he don't see me and say nothing. So I spin the block again. He went in the house, knocked the garbage can over again. I come back again. He's outside picking the garbage can up again. So this time when I went around the block again, he didn't come out and pick the garbage can up. So I went to the back of the house, knocked the barbecue grill over, banging on the door, just knocking everything over that's on the porch or whatever. Then I went to the door, the front door actually, and the screen was already raggedy. So I tore the screen off the door and I put it in my car and took it with me. That's just one of the instances that I did that I'm not proud of. But when a woman's fed up, like R. Kelly said, you don't know what you would do. Like, everybody different. Some people like, no, I'll never do that, go that far. But people always say what they not gonna do, never say never. Because when I'm mad, like, I see red, I don't care what I do. If you hurt me, I'm gonna do anything I can that feel like I'm gonna hurt you back the same way. This story could go on and on. It was so much stuff that happened after that, but those are some of the things that I did. Like, I used to blow this phone up, like 100 missed calls. I download an app and call. I would cash app $1 and leave a message. All of that stuff. I remember one time his tire was flat on his car. And I remember this is like, I was over that by this time. And I remember he called me like, you flattened my tire. I said, excuse me? I don't touch people's cars. That's one thing I don't do. I don't mess with nobody's car. I said, boy, I didn't touch your car. So later on, he called me and apologized. Was like, oh, my bad. My tire was flat. I thought you did. I said, how you just going to assume I did it? He said, because anytime, if anything like that happened, he's going to assume it's me. I guess because of the pop and chip incident. So one day, I went on a stakeout, is what I want to call it. Like, I'm a police officer. I went over there. We had to be to work in the morning. Like I said, we worked with each other, but some days he had off that I didn't have to go to work. Or that he had, basically, like, he was off one day. No, he had to go to work one day, I'm sorry. And I was off. So I knew what time he had to be at work, and he didn't have a car. So he had to catch the bus. So I knew which bus he caught. So I waited at the end of the street to see him, since he was ignoring me, and to see when he come out. He never came this day, so I had got tired of waiting. So he must have been over, like I said, the girl house. I got tired of waiting, so when it was time for me to pull off, my car did not start because I left my lights on and my battery was drained. So I had to call my mama to come get me. I had to lie to her and say, dang, my car got messed up. Like, I don't know, it won't start no more. She's like, well, where's so-and-so? And I said, I told him to go ahead and go to work. One day I saw him, like I said, he caught the bus. So one day I saw him, no, this was more than one day, but this is just one incident. I used to go over there in the morning time again. He wasn't answering the phone. And I caught him walking to the bus stop. So he keeps walking. I'm in my car riding alongside him, cussing him out or whatever. So I'm like, get in the car, I'll take you to work. So he like, you crazy. So I followed him all the way on 8 Mile. So the bus was coming, and I had got out the car and took his badge for work and his keys to his house. So he had no choice but to get in the car. So when he got in the car, of course, I tried to fight him. I was fighting him. So he jumped out the car on 8 Mile, ran across the street. So I still had his badge and his keys, so I know he wasn't going far, but I guess he still went to work. I was trying to follow the bus. Matter of fact, no, he got in the cab and I didn't know, because he missed the bus because he was trying to run for me. So he ran across the street. So he got in the cab. I didn't know. But we got to work. He came to my purse. And I could have got him fired because he went in my purse and tried to dump everything out and asked me where my keys was at. So the manager came over there like, what's going on? She's like, because he can't go in your purse. I'm like, no, I need to get him fired or whatever. Because she's like, he can get fired for that. But I didn't tell her that's what was going on or whatever, because I ain't want them in our business or whatever. But it's a lot of stories that I could tell of things that I did. But those are just a couple of them, because when it comes to my feelings, I just don't play. Because then you could have left me alone in the beginning. Like I said, when you told me you was married, I said never mind, but you still kept pursuing it. And this went on, I'm sorry guys, but this went on for like 11 years. We were still talking and good friends for 11 to 12 years. And you know, it was just a good, of course we still was arguing throughout the whole thing or whatever because of the other people he talked to. But at this point, we weren't going together anymore. But men, you know how men do. They try to act like y'all in a relationship, but when it comes to the title thing, they try to, that's their favorite answer is, you not my girlfriend. Well, you was acting like I was your girlfriend. We was doing everything we was doing, going on these dates and everything. So now when I'm checking you, I'm not your girlfriend. Like, no, it's just a no-go for me.
So what would be your advice to others that's watching this?
My advice would be to kill them and don't get caught. It's like, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. My advice would be, first of all, of course, never mess with a married man. But I mean, that's good advice for starters. But in the end, you know, it's not even only the married man who do this. It's people who not married who do the same thing also. So really, I guess like go with your intuition. I don't know, but that's the only advice I can really say is not to mess with a married man. But at the end of the day, like I said, married men are not the only ones who play these games. So
There you go. I had to get you with the first drink. Girl.